Moment of truth, my friends. This is the decider. Do we get Champions League knockouts, or are we going to be resigned to the Europa League, which is still pretty good? And welcome back to another episode of Outcasts 2 Icons with me, a man who's £10 lighter in the hair department. If you're, of course, enjoying the series, drop a like on the video. That would be most delightful. Today, I thought we'd start by sort of doing a little profile on one of our sort of younger members of the squad. That is Sebastiano BG. He is staying alive in our under 23 or under 20 side these days and doing a bloody lovely job. But I wanted to sort of highlight him because he has been developing spiffingly over the past couple of seasons since he came through. He was part of that first good batch of players we got at the very start. But, I mean, you can obviously see that he's having some nice development. But it's obviously hard to get a kind of a reference point because you see the arrows and you're like, that's good. He's looking really good for his age as far as physicals as well. Mentals are developing nicely, some good technicals coming in there too, but it's hard to see exactly how well. But I'm going to show you. There we go. That's better. But as you can see, we're seeing some lovely gains across the board for Sebastiano BG, particularly in some of those physicals. 3 up in strength, 3 up in balance too, 3 up in agility, a little bit of pace and acceleration gains too, some nice gains to the mental attributes, some decent stuff across the technicals that really matter to me as well. I'm a huge fan of the way that Sebastiano BG is developing. So I guess I have a question for you, my friends. And that is, he spent some time out on loan at Cremonese last season. Do we send him out on loan again next year? Or maybe try and get him a loan in January, or do we just try to embed him into the squad? Because I really do feel like at some point he's going to be getting some game time for us. The one thing I don't like about Italy, from a sort of development standpoint, is that, particularly the position we're in, we go into the cup, and there's only one cup, really late, which means you're already playing against good sides straight off the bat. There's no sort of easy rounds of a cup for one of the big sides, really, for us to bed in these youngsters against, which is a bit of a shame, really. Obviously, it's nice to have less fixtures, but at the same time, it would have been nice to have those so that we can actually bled out some of the development squads. Bled out? That's not the word at all. But there we go. So I'm curious to see what you would do in this situation with Mr. BG here, other than get him like a big old beard. That seems inevitable. The other reason I'm mentioning it is that he's got another call up to the under-21 squad for Italy, and he's only 18 years old. I think he's got a really bright future. Speaking of international duty, though, our young Bosnian right back, broke his leg on international duty for the Bosnian under-21s. That's a real shame. That is a real shame. He may have just John Okoro'd himself, sadly. Now, it's a big one today, though, my friends, because it's the deciders. Now, first game is against Spurs at home. We're going to do what we can in this game, but I think our expectations need to be fairly tempered. But you never know, we are at home. It's that game against Monaco at home in the second match that makes all the difference. That is going to be incredible. And I have had a couple of games off camera. Played them last night, actually, while I was messing around with some stuff. Tried them on comprehensive just to watch some of the things. And we'll talk more about that in the off-camera period. But yeah, I think in the summer, I'm going to start taking a look at maybe building a secondary tactic as well. Like a completely different style, potentially. Just to have more variation if we can do. But as always, I don't want to change too much because at the end of the day, we've had success so far. And that's nice. Oh, okay, I accidentally double-clicked there. That was, that's some speed clicking there. Okay, let's just quickly go back. So, yes, Monaco host Red Bull Salzburg today. You'd expect Monaco to win that. And I suppose, the best result for us really would be a draw, I guess. Unless we could come up with some miracle over Tottenham. But you never know. Tottenham tore us apart in that first match. And I don't expect this one to be a lot different, but I've got some ideas. So, team selection. Unfortunately, Hiri Hari Manana is still suspended after his absolute assault on someone in the last game. Quick selection advice, that's fine. Michal Chea can come back in finally. So, one of the things I've basically been working on in this period as well is the idea of bringing back the inside forward. I like it. It's one of these things with this system where it's all a bit whack-a-mole in that I feel like that definitely allows more room for our overlapping left back, basically. But I wonder if it makes us worse in other areas. It's all kind of a balance in this system, and I think we've got the balance quite nicely at the moment, so I don't think I'm going to use that for today. I have used it in some of the off-camera games just to sort of test things out, and I'm not entirely happy with it, but we will see. Today I want to go with something a bit more simplistic, because my plan here really is just to hit early crosses today. Now, Lebert is available for today's game. He was, of course, suspended before on account of the fact that he was a very naughty boy, as you know. Or not, rather. Although, apparently, it was rumoured that someone had actually said that he might have been an HJK fan, and in that case, I kind of understand the red card. He's probably just dug him in the nuts as he went past him. So, sadly, we are still missing Marco Quarto, but 7 days to 2 weeks, which means he'll be back for the Monaco game, surely. And Milivojevic, it's a kind of similar story, really. He's not fully ready yet, but he's nearly there. Bruma, though, I think I will bring him in today instead of Cabrera, just because I do want to keep persisting with Bruma, as he has shown some quality in Europe particularly. I'm actually going to put Candido on the bench for today. He's actually had an interesting period. We'll talk more about that as well. I'm going to next match only it. I know, a rarity. I'm going to do it from the start. So what I've been doing sometimes, and this is what I actually did against Monaco, and it worked really well, was just hitting some early crosses. I find that it either works or it doesn't. Brilliant tactical advice there, friends. We're going to go after Brian O'Day because he was their danger man last time, and I want to try and get him out of the game as much as possible, but it's not always possible. I'm excited to see how Martinelli does in this game for us, really. This is not going to be easy for us by any means, but if we just don't lose 4-0, I think that would be a step in the right direction, wouldn't it? Look at all these England flags. God, we've given up a lot of our stadium to the Spurs fans, haven't we? I like that Spurs on their bench have a player called Frost and a player called DeFries. They're going for the chilly aspects, aren't they? Right then, this is... It's a game that we kind of need to just sort of get through and keep an eye on the other one, really. But, I mean, you never know. If we came up with a miracle result here, it could make our lives a lot easier coming up later in the video. But I just don't see us pulling it off somehow. But weirder things have happened. Jan Bruna, okay. Interesting decision there, Yanni. Might be an idea to get Lombardi on in the second half, actually, just to beat him in the air. Martinelli, that is a great ball for Josip Glavaš. He's in behind, and Glavaš has had the shot, and it's well saved by Bajic. Granados clips it through. Oh, my God, what a run. Glavaš is in behind again. Come on, Josip Glavaš. I tell you what, this style seems to work really good against teams that are stronger than us. I think it just relies on our strengths, and Glavaš is actually starting to resemble the brilliance of Marco Quarto. I didn't even see the run. I thought the chance had gone. Look at the press. That is an absolutely brilliant run from Josip Glavaš, and he slashes us in front against Tottenham. Wow, I'm amazed. Brilliant work from him. What a great run. What a great pass. Can he look out wide? Just drop it off to someone, or just find Chris Hewitt. Off we go again. Josip Glavaš, Pavlic, Martinelli round the side. He's into the box. Glavaš! Oh, Josip is a dangerous man. Do not let him get that cross, and he has. That's an unbelievably good stop from Moscatelli. Fair play. I think something's changed in the other game. I'm fairly certain Monaco have taken the lead, which as things stand would still put us in a great position. That's a great run for Bruna. He's into the box. Can he pull it across for someone? He's fouled. Oh, that nearly ricocheted in. He can't. But Pavlic is... Oh, that was the referee. I thought Pavlic was about to get tackled by the ref there. Hewitt, round the side for Max Lebert. He's into the box. Good save again this time by Bajic, but we are looking really up for this one tonight. I'm extremely surprised. I mean, I don't think we can really argue with it. I think we've been the better side in this first half. I'm so impressed. In order to have a chance at qualifying ahead of us. And the win right now would also wrap up third spot for us, which is good. Granados, Lebert, back for Granados. Lovely ball. Martinelli's in. Oh, Rasmussen's ball in, and... Oh, that's annoying. I think that Hone wins the header somehow and is able to deflect that down into the path of the other guy. Oh, that's both of those guys are not the tallest as well. We should have been dealing with that better in the air. They just get a bit overloaded here. But even so, I just don't know what happened. Yeah, Hone gets his header to it and somehow was able to drop that one down for Iglesiano. Spurs are definitely looking more composed in this second period, though. They're not giving the ball away to us in the way that they were in the first half, as Reyes has broken in behind. We need big stuff from Moscatelli here. And, well, side netting. It's a tough one in these situations, whether to shut up shop or continue to press for that second goal. Knowing how important it could be for us, as Iglesiano's gone straight through. No, don't let him turn. Do not let him turn. That's a weak shot, and Moscatelli will save. Well played. 94 minutes on the clock. Sassuolo 1, Tottenham 1, unless... Oh, go on, Dan. Pop a cross in. Oh, it's not going to be a corner. That's a really good result, and I think it's a deserved one too. You can see that in the second half, we definitely didn't offer the same threat that Spurs did. So I think a 1-1 draw is a pretty fair result in the end in that game, but that's still a really strong performance from us, and I think the other game finished 1-1 as well, which is huge. But yes, it did. Vlade Strikic equalises for Red Bull Salzburg, which is... It means that we could still technically finish behind them, but they would have to beat Spurs in order for that to happen, and we'd have to lose to Monaco. So this result gives us this is the thing. If Monaco had won that, it would give us a much better chance of... We'd wrap up third, but it would give us much less chance of getting second. Whereas now, we're in a great position now. If we avoid defeat against Monaco, we get second in our group and actually qualify for the next round. That's insane. Right, a couple of games of camera, back in a sec. This is not done yet, as Real Madrid only scored 1 goal. Useless. Right then, we're back. Now, as I said, I was trying some stuff out in some of the off-camera matches. The first one against Crotone, I tried out the inside forward thing. So, I accidentally set him to attacking in this game, and it actually kind of worked. Candido got the ball here, drops it around the side for Josip Glavaš to slam us 1-0 ahead after just 5 minutes away at bottom of the league Crotone. And then on the half-an-hour mark, it just kind of went from there. Siggy Jonsson having to play in this one, driving across the ball, lovely ball across for Candido, then got a goal and an assist on the half-an-hour mark, which was very, very nice indeed. But we weren't really playing that well. That was the weird thing. 44 minutes on the clock. Moscatelli with the long ball over. Glavash with the flick on. Candido showing great pace again to drive us 3-0 up before half-time in this game. He was very, very good indeed in the opening period here. But then Farley just managed to go through a few guys here. Bit of a defensive mismatch here. Gory puts it around the side. Farley's on the end of it, and it was 3-1. But honestly, and I know we won, but like, I don't think it was a weird one where that was really the only part of our team that was effective, and it didn't feel like we created some low quality chances and scored them in this game, but it just didn't feel like it was an achievable thing long term. But we did still win the match against the bottom of the league, but fortune was definitely on our side in that game. Next up, it was a home against struggling Foggia. At 26 minutes on the clock here, Granados pops it round the side. There's Max Lebert in prime position to slot us 1-0 up on 26 minutes. Exactly what we needed just to get off to a good start. And then on the hour mark, Moscatelli, he's just holding onto the ball, eventually just crashes one across the top. Glavash on the end of it, great touch, goes round the goalkeeper and slots us 2 goals to the good. For a relatively comfortable victory in the end. I tried to hit early crosses in this one, and it seems there's certain moments where that sort of thing can be effective, but it wasn't really working. And in the second half, we definitely got a lot better, but Glavash has been absolutely outrageous. We then travelled to Atalanta, a team we always seem to beat, and today was no different. Granados with the ball in, Glavash's header, 1-0 sass. But still, quite a fortunate win for us, honestly. I don't think we were particularly good in this game either. It's just we always seem to beat Atalanta. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm happy with the results, I am, but I always want to see us play well along with it, because I know that at some point these things do turn around on you too. But then we hosted Lazio. I tried something in this game, and it was kind of interesting. More on that in a sec. Candido getting the ball, driving it across. Siggy Johnson was in there. 1-0 to us on 30 minutes. And I was happy because we were playing well at this point. Unfortunately, though, 40 minutes in, Bush with a gorgeous little ball in behind. And I didn't think there was much danger yet, but Brucia just showed great pace, dinks it over the goalkeeper, and it was 1-1. Not ideal, really. But then, in the 95th minute, Lombardo's flick on header, Siggy Johnson around the side, Glavash, 2-1 sass. I think Glavash has now scored in 5 consecutive league games for us. It was incredible. And it was actually a really strong performance from us as well. I think maybe still slightly harsh on Lazio, but it was a really good attacking output from us. And it's the first time in a while we've really seen that kind of quality. And of course, it would come against a really good side as well. But those 4 straight league victories have done a massive job for us as it pushes us up to 5th in the league. But my God, this league is fun and tight right now. 5 points separate the top 7 sides in Serie A. Like, we started the game before the Lazio game in 7th place. But the press conference said, you could go top with this. And I'm like, top? We're 7th. This league is actually ridiculous as things stand. But you can see Torino were just starting to fall away a little bit. They did briefly go top at one point during this spell. I feel like Sampdoria will start to slip as well, which is good because that will allow us to hopefully sneak in there. Lazio, not off the pace. They're only 3 points behind us. Napoli, though, they're already 7 behind us. And I want to talk about Inter Milan. Inter Milan they already trail us by 11 points and are 13 points off the top of the league. We also beat Spurs' under-19 side 7-1. So we've got some quality, you might say. In addition to that, the board came to me and asked me if I'd like more transfer money. To which I said, no, of course I didn't say no. I said, yes, why would I turn down 10 millions of free money? Now, obviously, the money has to come from somewhere. So it's not so much that I'm going to spend it, just that I want to have it there just in case I see someone that I must bring in January. It's nice to have the option because we were pretty much out of cash as far as transfers go. Right, so the change I made during the game against Lazio in the second half was to move Siggy Johnson, who in this case was the striker due to Lebert being a bit tired, to a deep-lying forward on attack. I think one of the things that we could potentially do to unlock this system, let's actually just get onto the match day screen for a sec. You know what the situation is right now. By the way, actually, we are guaranteed 3rd spot. I checked. The reason for that is because if Red Bull Salzburg beat Spurs, they'd have a better head-to-head than us, and if we lost to Monaco. But the reason we're guaranteed 3rd is because then obviously we'd all be on the same points. So we'd be going to a 3-way head-to-head, which we would actually have a better head-to-head record than someone in there. And I'm not sure who it is. But at the moment, we are guaranteed 3rd no matter what happens. That actually is quite nice. But I still want 2nd so bad. So I was able to rest a few players for the last game and also play a few players that I knew then wouldn't be able to play today because sadly Dinko and Chris Hewitt are both suspended for today, which is really not ideal given that I don't think Contreras is eligible. But yeah, so what I'm thinking about trying to do with this, and again, it's going to take me some time in testing, and in the next episode is going to be the perfect chance for me to try and do some of that as we'll have a nice run of league games. We'll do like a double live com at the end of the video. But my plan is, the pressing forward is great, and he links up the play brilliantly, but very rarely does he actually make the runs in behind, which obviously is fine because that's not the role of the pressing forward. But I wonder if a deep lying forward on attack could kind of give us the best of both worlds. I tried the false 9, didn't really like it. I find the advance forward is too withdrawn and he gets isolated. But in the second period against Lazio, I moved Sigurjonsson, who was playing in the role at the time, to a deep lying forward on attack. And it just felt like he would drop deep when it was appropriate and he would make the runs in behind when it was appropriate. Now, it's just an idea, but I definitely want to give it a go. Not today, though, against Monaco, because we beat them playing this style with hitting early crosses. So for today, I'm just going to leave things as they are. But that's definitely something I want to try out potentially in the next games, because I do think that we could still get more out of the striker without compromising our style of play. But yeah, selection advice is definitely what we're going to need to do here. So Michal Chair will come back in, which is good. Quarto does not wait. No, in a billion years is he playing as the DM right now. In fact, I've got a simple plan for that. Firstly, Leber's coming back in. I don't trust Blessing in the Champions League at the moment. So I'm going to bring in Hodgerinho and then move Milivojev into the ball in midfield role, because he can do the job for us. He really can. And Quarto might well be back and available, but this is the first game he's been available for. And really, I mean, best bet for him is start Glavash right now, who is in outlandish form. 7 goals so far, 5 of which have come in his last 5 league games, or 5 games in general. And it's so good to see that we actually have that option now. So I think Quarto as a sub in the second half is probably my play. So I think that's what we're going to go with. We'll go with Flans and Milivojev in the middle. Although, do I go with Cesari? No, I actually think Flans could definitely do the job. He is wanted by someone. So I might try and sell Flansy in January. I'm hoping that we can get a bid for him, honestly, because we kind of need to, otherwise he'll leave for free, because he still won't sign a new contract with me at the moment. I think he just kind of wants to move. Although it's probably just because the talks fell down before, because he wanted too much money. But, oh, actually, no, I want to do next match only, hit early crosses. That is definitely, surely that's not the system they played against us last time. Okay, we may have to make some changes here. Curious to see how this one goes. We will have some width, though. Moment of truth, my friends. This is the decider. Do we get Champions League knockouts, or are we going to be resigned to the Europa League, which is still pretty good? We need Spurs to win, firstly. That will just help us out immensely, because it takes that 3-way tie off the table. Or even a draw, actually. Even if Spurs just drew, that'd be fine. And then, all we'd have to do is avoid conceding 4 goals. They will have to score 4 goals in this game, because I think otherwise it would go to goal difference if it's tied on head-to-head, and we've got a better goal difference than them. Although it has just occurred to me that in a situation where we were tied on head-to-head, the goal difference would be vastly different. So actually, things could start to get a little bit interesting here. But the key thing for us is just don't concede 3 goals. If we don't concede 3, we surely get Champions League knockouts, which is absolutely ridiculous. Milivojev, see how we'll do in midfield today. It's a nice little ball into Candido. Oh, he hasn't lost it. Oh, he could have slipped it through. He's found Max Lebert and it's 1-0 already. Inside 10 minutes, Max Lebert. Oh, this is more like it. That is beautiful stuff from Candido. I'm liking him more and more. Sassuolo 1, AS Monaco 0, and that could not have gone more perfectly there. So nice little pick out, actually. Whoever puts this ball through to Candido, I think it was Bruno, yeah. And losing the ball here is great. Well, not great, but it's a lovely little passing behind. Max Lebert breaks the little run, and it's 1-0 already. 4th goal of the season for him. I want to see more out of him, but I'm hoping we can get that. Great start. It's been a very boring game, but on the plus side, we literally have had no highlights since our goal, essentially. Oh no, since that Makoko chance. Spurs are 2 goals to the good. And we're strangling this one, and that's fine, because we're winning. Oh, Mensah's broken through here. It's a good ball. Mokoko's in, and the goalkeeper has given him an enormous gap to shoot into, and Yusufa Moukoko, straight after half-time, gets the equaliser for Monaco. And, I think we've just kind of come out with a little bit of lethargy in our legs in this second half, because we weren't really paying attention, and then Mensah's just able to sneak into this space, kind of Glavash-esque, but even then, goalkeeper's positioning was a very suspect there. I actually played Milosevic in one of the games. I think it was the Atalanta game, and he did all right. Oh, that's a good ball for Nicholas Flans. The goalkeeper's come out. Oh, and he's been fouled. And Dicker has fouled Flans. That is one of the most unnecessary penalties to give away imaginable. Where is he going? Is the goalkeeper just like, get out of my sight? That's good stuff. Looks like we're going to win a penalty. I don't know who's going to take it, because Kudus is our standard penalty taker, and it is going to be Josip Glavash. He's not in the best not the best form in this one game. Can he make it 6 consecutive goals for the club? And he slams it down the middle. Sassuolo 2, Monaco 1. And Glavash is now on to 8 goals this season. He's equaled Marco Quarto's goal tally in less minutes. And there's me talking about how great Quarto is, and he is. But the fact that we've now got another player that can step into that role and play just as well, that makes me feel so much more confident about times when when Quarto isn't around. Going to make a few subs here just to freshen this team up a little bit. Get Quarto back in to the team as Rodgerinho was nearly able to get on the end of it. But Granados will get this back onto his favoured right foot. Loops it in. And Glavash! Oh, wow, he probably should have scored there right before going off. Oh, we've got another injury. And Spurs have got an injury. And oh my goodness me. There's been a raft of injuries in this game. And oh my lord. Well, not ideal. But I guess the bonus of Milivojev, I mean, it's very late in the game. Quarto does brilliantly. We've still got 5 minutes of stoppage time. That was a shocking pass from Kudus. But I guess we just kind of can't afford to take these guys off right now. Luckily, Monaco have also got 2 injured. They've got 2 walking wounded on their side as well. it looks like we might get the result anyway. Gustavo, good tackle from Milivojev, and that's going to do it. Sassuolo 2, Monaco went 10 points on the board in our Champions League group is very, very good. Not the best performance on the night, really, from us, but we got the win. And, yeah, Glavash scores his 6th goal in 6 games. He scored in the friendly in there as well. That is massive. 10 points. We finished 6 points clear of Monaco and Red Bull Salzburg. I'm outrageously impressed with the lads to get through this group. I thought 3rd would be something we could do, potentially, because of the Red Bull Salzburg thingy, but I did not anticipate us doing the double over Monaco, taking a point off of Spurs. Exciting times, friends. We're through to the knockouts of the Champions League in our first season. I'm incredibly impressed with the guys. Hopefully, we can have a nice little spell of some more league. Not that we haven't already been doing brilliantly in the league lately, but I want to try that idea of the deep line forward out over the course of these next few games and just see if we see anything that makes me go, oh, okay. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, and I hope you have, drop a like. That would be superb. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be gorgeous too. I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and of course on Saturdays, so you can follow there as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more loveliness. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun, Capybara. Bye-bye.